I'm Catherine Williams, Katprofitness, here with Nikki Jones, NickiFit, and I'm so glad to have you today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me here.
No problem. And she's going to be a part of the event that we're having on March the 16th on Saturday, the Do It for the Culture Fitness and Wellness event. And I just want to start off by asking you a couple questions. Are you from Kansas City?
I am homegrown right here, Kansas City. Yes, born and raised.
Okay. And Nikki is a personal trainer. How did you get into personal training?
Oh, well, actually started as a group exercise instructor first.
Okay.
Just as a hobby. It just, my own personal fitness journey just kind of took me that way. To save you the long story.
No, tell us.
Tell you the long story. Well, you know, I found myself wanting to get my own self fit after gaining weight after children, things like that, you know, and just my level of health kind of, I guess, deteriorating, dropping down. So I started working out with friends, you know, walking, just doing different things like that. It led to me forming like a little walking club, you know, for some friends and people from church. And then from there, it went to us getting together to do group exercise after work, which we didn't even really call it Group X then. We just kind of thought we'd get together and work out together. Just community. And then that just kind of led to me wanting to do it more often. And it started to grow. And so then when I got the bit chopped from corporate and was laid off in 2009, I decided to make it, you know, my passion, my full time, what I wanted to do, period. And so that's how NickiFit was born.
Wow.
And in doing that, I actually put a little bit more effort into my own personal body and started training myself as a personal trainer would. And so that's when I decided to get the certification, to get all the things I needed to do that professionally and start training there.
Wow.
So that's how the Group X and the personal training came together.
Wow,
Yeah.
that is awesome. Can you tell me a little bit about when you first started working out? To make that decision, was it hard for you?
Very much so, very much so, and I guess I can recognize it so much with it. My heart goes out to so many of my clients because I understand that walk. You know, I am that person who was not an athlete. You know, this is a complete about face for me. For anyone that knew Nikki before NickiFit, right? It's totally different for me, and that's something different than people see is this fitness thing, right? So it was very hard starting out. I found myself at the time having a very low fitness level and not being able to really do some of the things that my mind said, like, let's do this, you know, and my body was like, And so I had to be patient with myself and take those steps, and that's the most challenging part is when you first start out, is to be patient with yourself, you know, to get those certain things under your belt and be patient, and they will all come, you'll grow.
Right, right. I love that, how you were able to relate with your clients.
Oh, yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about working with people with different health disparities and just different ailments? What do you do in your classes and your fitness training to help them?
Yeah, being a personal trainer has given me that eye to recognize through Group X, even though it's not disclosed to me, certain health ailments that people may have, but it's given me that eye and that knowledge and that background to be able to kind of spot certain things in Group X. You're a Group X trainer as well, and so you understand when the masses come in, we can't screen everybody.
That's true.
And we don't know what's in front of us, but being a personal trainer and having that background will allow you to kind of be more aware of what you see and maybe head some things off if someone doesn't look quite right, or maybe they're about to get sick, or you can recognize that their sugar level's dropping or something like that, you know, and you can help them in that group sense. Working one-on-one, of course, we get all our, you know, good information up front, and we know what we're dealing with, and so we can better help them. I've had clients in the past who live with diabetes. You know, I've had clients that post-stroke, you know, whether they are working with a physical therapist, their families have said they also want to work with a personal trainer. They want to get exercise in, and so it's gone across the board. It's that thing of just being, as a personal trainer, it's so important to be aware of what you're working with so you can better help someone. We have to be knowledgeable enough to help. Everybody is not the same.
How would you describe your training style?
I'd say my training style is definitely more of a motivator. Mm-hmm. I have that, and there's all different types of training styles, and you know this. But yeah, I'm the encourager, the motivator, unless you come to my HIIT class, maybe I might change up a little bit.
Oh my God, I'm gonna have to try that out and see. You guys.
It depends on the workout, right?
Right.
But for the most part, yeah, that is my training style, is to just encourage you to get through. I like to use things that people can reflect on. I remind them throughout the workout constantly to remember why you showed up, because that's what's going to get you through the workout. And if I can say, remember your why, and then you don't have one, it's going to be a long workout.
Yeah, it is.
It's going to be a rough one,
right?
Because your why should get you through to the goal, to the end. And your why's got to be big enough.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
What advice would you give someone that wants to start out and live a healthier life? What advice would you give them to get started?
I would say there's quite a few pieces, but I would say the most important piece is to be patient, right? And kind of know what you want to do. Like, map it out. What is it that you want to accomplish? And then take small steps to get there.
Right.
Yeah, and that's the most important. And definitely it goes back to being patient. We want results so fast most of the time. And
it takes time.
It takes time. It takes time. And it's just human behavior, where a lot of us are antsy to see results, but one little step in front of the other will get you there. And I remind my clients and people I work with that you didn't get where you are right here overnight. So a lot of people come to me for weight loss, and I'm like, you didn't gain 75 pounds overnight.
Right.
So how do you expect to lose it in 2 days or 3 or even 3 weeks? So give yourself that time.
Exactly.
To get it under your belt, and so patience.
Awesome. What do you have going forward, moving forward in the future for you? You have a large following. A lot of people know you. You do events. You're out in the community. What stuff do you have coming up in the future for NickiFit?
Well, we're going to continue our community programming as we have, and we're going to be adding some others, branching out as far as making our way to other parts and places in the city. We are also adding a brand ambassadorship piece to NickiFit. We're already in the works of doing that, and so that more people can be involved in NickiFit. Those that love it so, that attend the classes, they can be on the other side of the table a little bit with helping out with NickiFit, and that's what we're working on. NickiFit merchandise is going to be picking up and moving into orbit, so look out for that. If you have been waiting for your NickiFit gear, it's coming, I promise you.
Right, yeah.
Yes. And so, a lot of good stuff like that. NickiFit On Demand will be moving upwards as well. We're going to be adding some new pieces to that.
And that will help reach a lot of other people outside of Kansas City, so that's really important. Yeah. Anything else that you would like to say? Any last words?
Well,
to the people?
I want to first thank everyone who's been supporting NickiFit for the last several years. I see so many people in the city all of the time popping in the classes, watching that calendar like a hawk, and wherever I pop up, there you are supporting, and I love it. I just want to thank you very much, Kansas City, for supporting NickiFit, and we're just going to continue to give you good fitness programs and keep you moving. And I want to thank you for having me here today.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. I'm so glad that you were able to come, and I'm so excited to have you at the Do It for the Culture event on March the 16th at the Big Brother Big Sister event space, 1709 Walnut Street.